YouTube, what's up? It's the F-Man back, and we're doing another review. Now, I thought this week we could do something special, you know? I felt like every day for this week, except for the weekend, because I'm busy on the weekend, and each day we can do a review of different movies. So today, I'm going to do a review on a movie, a sequel to a movie I really didn't like. Like, a movie I did review. And if you read the title of the video, you know I'm talking about this movie, Scooby Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed. Now, I just want to get and say, I love this movie. It's better than the first one. I'm serious. Yes, this movie is better than the first one, you know? You know why it's better than the first one? Because it doesn't have Scrappy as a villain, and it doesn't have like real monsters. And I know what you're gonna be thinking. What? It does have monsters in it. The title of the movie is called Monsters Unleashed. Yeah, but originally those monsters were actually costumes. The reason why they're real monsters is because they were put in some kind of weird machine and got turned into real monsters. So technically, that doesn't count as being real monsters. So technically, they're not real monsters. They're just costumes that got genetically turned into real monsters. So it doesn't count. Well, to me, make it count if you want. The point is, I think it's better than the first. I mean, you got the original gang from the first movie. You still got that good CGI. That's what makes Scooby Doo look good. I mean, yeah, and I really like all the monsters, especially like this monster, the tall monster. I think he kind of looks like Bob from Monsters vs. Aliens. I also like the two skeleton dudes. They're fun. The pterodactyl ghost, that was clever. Oh, and the part where the Black Knight goes, their first unmasked villain, the first character they ever unmasked, the Black Knight ghost. That was good. I mean, the main focus actually is about Scooby and Shaggy being better detectives for some reason. I mean, technically there is a reason. They goofed up at the Monsters Museum or whatever. And they promise to be better detectives. Now, here's what I want to point out, okay? You know that I'm right now going on saying, why couldn't this be the first Scooby-Doo movie? But get this. If you all kept Scrappy in it... Now, hear me out. Now, listen. We all know Scrappy-Doo. He's the guy who wants to splatter the baddies and look up to his uncle and try and be a brave puppy, which he is. But you all made him a villain. I mean, instead of making the first one, you should have made this one. That way, when the part where Scooby and Shaggy felt bad and promised to be greater detectives, this is how I would say, if Scrappy was in this movie. Okay, Scrappy showed up at the museum, and the pterodactyl ghost attacks. He tries to defend them by defeating it with his fists. You're wondering why I'm using these. I'm pretending my hand is Scrappy, and these two are his fist, and trying to fight it off, try to fight the monster off. But he goofs up like his uncle, and then that gives him a reality check. He's all like, he feels sorry what he did. He really wants to change what he caused. And get this. If that would have happened, then that means when Scrappy got a reality check, he would have, if Scrappy saw what he did at the museum and promised to be a better detective like his uncle, it would have been like, no. I mean, sure, he would tag along with Shaggy and Scoob in the first in the movie, trying to be better detectives and stuff. I mean, sure, I do think the part where they have to run into their old villains and he's trying to resist himself not to try and splatter them. And yeah, it would have been like And here's what I have to say. Velma? Well, in the first movie, she hits it off with this guy from Spooky Island. And get this, in this movie, she hits it off with another guy named Patrick. I mean, what happened? Did the thing with that guy not work out? I mean, after all, it's been 2 years since the first movie. Did they break up off screen or something? Seriously, I don't get that part. I mean, seriously, if you would have put Scrappy in this movie, and he learned a life lesson, it would have, made him, because I heard all of you don't like Scrappy because, but I did say Scrappy can't help who he is. People can't handle who they are. There's always a piece inside of every human being that what makes them annoying and they just can't help it, But I'm just saying, if this movie was the first Scooby Doo movie, if it was the first Scooby Doo movie and Scrappy was in it, he would have, learned a life lesson with Scoob. That way, who knows, maybe it would have redeemed him in your eyes. I don't know. You see where I'm going with this? I hope you are. Okay? Anyway, even the fact if it doesn't have Scrappy in it, I still think it was a good movie. I thought it was okay. I'm glad the original cast was back, and I really do like the fact that they made the costumes into real monsters, I really did think that was clever. Alright? That way it still proves the fact that there's no such thing as real monsters, But I'm just saying, if it came to something like this being the first movie and you put Scrappy in it, and he tries to learn a life lesson, trying to be a better detective, trying to be more likable in your eyes, then, maybe he would have redeemed himself in your eyes, Look, whatever. If you don't like Scrappy, that's fine, but even when you guys don't like Scrappy, and if he's still not on Scooby-Doo, that will make me give up on him. Because I will never give up on Scrappy, unlike some people. Well, you know who I'm talking about. Anyway, so what score do I give this movie? A solid 7 out of 10. A good score. I love the movie. I love the part where they go to the bar and they're all dancing, and it was a catchy song. There was a really catchy song there where Scooby wore an afro. That was kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. And seeing the original act, seeing the people who played their past villains, that was kind of cool. I really liked it. The only part I thought could have been removed was the potion scene in the movie where they drank a bunch of potions. I do think that part was a bit unneeded. For Pete's sake, Shaggy turned into a woman's body, and then Scoob turned into Tasmanian Devil. Okay, that was a little funny. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe the potion scene could have, been removed a little. Scoob turning into a freaky monster, and him suddenly turned into a genius. That part was just unneeded. I like our characters just the way they are, the way they were drawn, the way they were made, not altered their body by a bunch of liquids. Anyway, I like the movie. I do think it should have been the first movie. I'm not joking. This should have been the first movie. Because it would have learned a life lesson, not only for Scrappy, but, it's also the first movie where Scooby and Shaggy have to they made a decision to not be goofballs, even though they are goofballs. I mean, they're the comic reliefs of the show. Anyway, so I like the movie, even if it doesn't have Scrappy in it. Good movie. I recommend it. And it's the part of the review where I say, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!